Hi friends, this is Suzy, your gaming guru. If you find these videos helpful, I would ask that you consider liking and subscribing. That in turn would really help me out. So here it is, July 8th, 2021, and I have got a new event on my board. And this is one that is a crossover event between Warner Brothers and King to hype both Candy Crush and the new Space Jam movie. This is the Candy Jam Hoopfest. Now, this is basically a reskinning of the old event Dexter's Space Race. So why they didn't choose to call it Space Jam Race, I have no idea. But they chose the very, in my opinion, clunky term of Candy Jam Hoopfest. Here we go. Let's see what this event is about. So, we have, well, now I have 86 hours. It probably started at 90 hours to collect basketballs. And the person who ends up with the most basketballs at the time that this time clock expires gets the biggest reward. Here it is, this purple chest, and if I'm to believe this graphic, and I think I can, this treasure chest will hold a switch hand, color bomb, lolly hammer, UFO, and stripe wrapped combo. If I'm not in the top spot, but I still rank up here, I might get a smaller chest with likely fewer things, or an even smaller chest, or this little mountain chest here, which in past cases has usually contained like a color bomb. And it looks like up until ranking 10, I could receive something, some sort of reward. There are a total of 30 people gathered together for this event. You'll have a different 29 people, presumably, than I do, unless you happen to be in this group. Here's the funny thing. Literally 2 minutes ago, I had the top spot, and there was no one else ranked with any points. Everybody else was below me because they had 0 points. They hadn't started the game. And now, miraculously, we've got almost a 10,000 point gap between me and first place. So, let's talk about how to go ahead and collect these basketballs and how someone could jump so dramatically ahead of me. Well, I think, first of all, they just hadn't populated it correctly. People were playing and they weren't being given credit for the event yet. But eventually, they got credit and here they are. And how do we collect points? Well, currently, all of the orange on my board has been changed to basketballs. It operates just like orange candies, but they look like basketballs. And every time we collect the orange basketballs, we can get points. However, it does depend on what levels you play and whether or not you win. So this is what I am currently experiencing. I'll explain it to you, but that doesn't mean that your experience is going to match it, because King gives different things to different people. As a matter of fact, if you don't have this event, you may never get this event. Or you may play a couple of levels and all of a sudden the event will show up in your events folder. Or you might see if you can switch devices or browsers to see if you can get this contest. But I have it, and this is how it operates for me. If I play a level and I lose, I don't get any points. I have to actually complete the level in order to obtain the basketballs and have it count toward my tally. Second thing is, I can play old levels or new levels. And I did play one old level here and one new level. Now for the old level, I obtained about 200 basketballs. It was like 241 basketballs. And I got credit for 241 basketballs. That's on a level that I've previously played and beaten, an old level. And I could keep doing that and really rack up a lot of points, especially if I go to a level that has a lot of orange on it, a level that's always easy to beat, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, or level 1476, which is a standard. You can collect a lot of things there. And that's a handy way to do it if you want to participate in this event. My choice is usually to play new levels for 2 reasons. First of all, this isn't the only event I'm doing. I'm also working on, my Fantastic Five and my chocolate box and my episode race and my season pass. And the season pass needs to have new levels completed and the episode race needs to have new levels completed. And I get more points for the Fantastic Five if I complete new levels. So there's a reason that I might want to go forward on the map, because I want whatever I accomplish to count both for the Candy Jam Hoopfest and for everything else I'm doing. But here's an additional reason. The old levels, I get credit for how many basketballs I complete. But for new levels, I get 10 times the credit. There's a 10 times multiplier if you're beating new levels. So for the person who, jumped up with, now 21,350 points, how can that person obtain so many points so quickly? That person is probably playing new games, new levels, I should say. Playing new levels and getting a 10 times multiplier for that amount. Now, already this person is way far ahead of me, and I have sunk down to position 7. Is it going to be worthwhile for me to play this level? Some people are so adamant to play to play this event. Some people are so adamant to get into first place that they will expend more effort than the contest is actually worth. If I don't want to lose a level because I don't want to lose basketballs, and so I start using up boosters, well, if I use more than the boosters that are here, and this is the very top spot I can get, and it not only depends on my effort, but on the effort of everyone else, because I could do really well and still at the very end find myself outgunned, then it's kind of silly for me to invest a lot in a contest like this. But if I just want the experience of getting number 1, maybe it is worth it. I have to decide what my goals are, what my values are, and determine whether it's worth it to me or not. I'm going to tell you right away, I don't plan on competing in this event on this profile against these really sharp players, because this is a profile where I usually spend my time playing older levels to help people where the levels have changed. I might, for the experience, go on to an easier profile I have where I'm lower in my levels, like under 1,000 still, and so it would be fairly easy for me to play new levels and try to outgun people there. But I might even hold off a few days, because right now I'm paired with some pretty sharp people, but if I wait, I might be paired with the stragglers who don't yet have any points on their board. So that's another little technique that I use. It means not playing on that profile for several days, but that's okay because I don't often play on that profile. It's not going to be really difficult for me. So even though that might work for me, I understand it's not going to work for everyone. Anyway, that's the information I have. Let's see if there's any additional information here. Candy Jam Hoopfest, join Team Toon Squad in the Ultimate Candy Hoopfest. Collect basketballs to play. So that is the information we have. If you have any questions or comments or experiences you'd like to share, please put those below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching.